What personal values and experiences will you bring with you when you attend college outside of New Mexico? There's nothing richer than growing up in New Mexican culture. People who grow up in New Mexico bring qualities that colleges cannot find anywhere else. Being raised in New Mexico, I bring empathy, energy, and tradition to out-of-state colleges.
The college application is an opportunity to tell your story and to tell about yourself, but so much has to be left out.
I can go to college even if I think that my family can't afford it or the college may not want me. If someone asked if they should apply for ROCA, I would tell them that it's a great opportunity, and I think that the only thing that they should think of though is that they should be really driven and really willing, because there are people there who really want to help them.
ROCA is a college access program for rural students across northern New Mexico.
To spend a week overnight with a bunch of college access professionals and with college reps who are coming from colleges out of state.
This work that we do in ROCA of reaching out to underserved communities to provide more access and support and resources.
Many high schools don't have dedicated college career readiness professionals in the high school. We had the opportunity to try and expand that professional opportunity and advice, counseling to students that hadn't gotten it.
Yeah, I expected that we were gonna just be doing work all day. I didn't expect the relationships building. I thought it was more gonna be like, okay, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do. It was more of like a fun thing. Doing ROCA, being away from home too and not knowing anyone that was there helped me.
What's unique about this opportunity is that it's for rural students. We're very small, we're tight-knit, we don't have a lot of opportunities in the northeastern corner of the state. So when we see one student being praised and awarded, it's like we take pride in that.
I think it's difficult sometimes for students to see the big picture out there, and because we grow up, it's such a small community that sometimes it's hard to see beyond our community.
A lot of our first generation students in this area don't really know what's available because a lot of times we're not even going to college.
Sometimes our kids have a hard time when they get out there.
So Springer is a small town. It's mostly known for the truck stop. I think it's just we're all a big family. I think we fit the definition of community. Everybody's there for one another.
How many students are in your senior class?
14.
And how long have you been going to school with those 14 students?
Some of them this year, but most of them since newborn. At my school, we just have the basic 4-year English, math, science, history. As far as electives, we lost out on electives after losing teachers. So now all of our electives are all online. We only have one honors class. That's one thing I thought before, like ROCA and the college church is like, no one's gonna want me at their college because I've never taken like an AP class. When I first got ROCA, no one really knew about it. My counselor and my principal knew about it and one of my teachers, and I got put on the website. But whenever I got there were icebreaker games, got a little bit more comfortable with each other. We also had dinner and a keynote speaker. The next day we did a lot of writing workshops at Northern New Mexico College. We had some really good food. The food is what I remember. And I really found the financial aid walkthrough really helpful. We got our college essays done, and then towards the end it was kind of sad to leave, but I got a lot out of it.
Get into a program that is allowing them to explore things beyond even our state, and to know that the world is just there kind of waiting for them, and that they have the opportunities that they've dreamed about, and that those aren't just right out of grasp, but they're reachable.
Man, if this was around, back when I was in school, those are things that it's good to see.
I was and still do identify as a rural person. I grew up in a very small community. I'm Mexican American and Native American. and was one of the only people of color in my community that I was growing up in. That is also something that I think that we do really well with ROCA, is introduce students to those conversations about how they form their identity, so that they come from a place that they're centered, that they don't lose where they came from, but that they are able to be strong representatives not only of themselves and their experience, but potentially of the community they're coming from.
And going out of state farther than Texas or Colorado, it's just like, it's unthinkable because people don't really know where to start. And I hope that by being a part of ROCA, I can say that, you know, you're from Springer, but you can go anywhere you want to go, and you can have that big college church that you didn't even think was possible. And I just want to kind of normalize it too, build that legacy for ROCA and rural students.